Okay, so I'm Cindy Graves. I'm the Executive Director of Kids Up Front Foundation, Vancouver. Well, what we do, Kids Up Front provides access to kids in need for sports, recreation, arts and cultural activities and endeavors. So we do this by providing unused tickets that we get donated, and the tickets are for entertainment, recreation and educational opportunities. The organization Kids Up Front was formed in Calgary in 2000 by founder John Dalzell. And the story is John was working for a radio station for a number of years and was used to the radio station and other media companies getting a lot of last-minute tickets that would just go to waste. So then John went to a Calgary Flames game, was sitting at the Saddle Dome and saw all these empty seats around him and knew that they were probably paid for but empty, and thought, what a shame. There must be a way of getting people, better yet kids, who otherwise would not have the opportunity into those seats. And he had the idea for Kids Up Front, and then Kids Up Front was born. He took the idea to some other business-minded, caring individuals who thought it was a great idea, and they formed the first board for Kids Up Front in Calgary. Well, I think that you reach a certain stage in your life when you realize how important it is and you make it a priority to give back. And there's nothing that creates more satisfaction, and there's a lot of talk about this right now in the news about what makes people happy. And what makes people happy has been proven to give back and to give. And so, you know, I think I'm very lucky to have such a job where we get to make kids happy, and by giving them things they otherwise wouldn't have. So we are very close to reaching a milestone in Vancouver for Kids Up Front. We are very close, within a few hundred tickets of 100,000 quality opportunities for kids, and that is a value that is more than $2.5 million. So it's a lot of money. So we can receive tickets that are worth $5, like a skate or swim pass, or that's worth, $500, like a trip to Sun Peaks. So it's a real variance of what the actual monetary value is, but the more important value is the significance and the impact that we're making on a child's life by providing them with these amazing. Right now we're taking in an average is about 3,000 tickets a month. Our best month was 5,000. That was in 2000. In 2007, we had a banner year. That's why we've created almost 100,000 opportunities for kids. We're funded by other foundations, like the Vancouver Foundation and other community and private foundations. We're funded by corporate funders and individual funders. We're also funded by, we're the recipient charity for what they call third-party fundraisers. So if someone's hosting a golf tournament and they're raising funds for a charity, then Kids Up Front can receive some of those funds per se. And so we really rely on the generosity of individual donors, and it's been easier to receive tickets than it has been to receive cash, you can imagine. And so we have a priority to approach potential donors for cash donations. Well, I think that Kids Up Front would be a good recipient for the $5,000 grant. We're a small organization, we're a relatively new organization, we're a grassroots organization, and $5,000 to an organization like Kids Up Front means a lot. Unlike, if you were to take that same amount of money, give it to a larger organization, it would be a drop in the bucket. But for us, it's really very much appreciated, because it'll go a long way, because we don't have a lot of overhead or a lot of staff here with a small operational budget. But we rely on this kind of funding so that we can continue to provide our services. So, and also we're very unique. So there's no other organization doing what we do in Canada. There's no one doing what we do to the scale and scope that we're doing it, with our partner agencies of 113 and with 100,000 opportunities. It would go towards providing us with program development so that we can continue to deliver and offer our Can't Lose Your Ticket program and our Kids Count program and our Kids Play program. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and we've really been operating on a very skeletal staff. We have a great staff, but we're only able to do so much, and there's so much more that we could do at Kids at Fun if we had more resources here. So it's been a lot of work. I started the foundation as the sole staff person in 2004, and now we're at 2.5 staff. So you can see that it's growing, and we intend it to grow more because there's a lot of things that, a lot of activities, a lot of events that we would like to be able to provide access to for kids. Like I said, where there's no one else doing what we do. And the feedback that we get from the kids and from the partner agencies, the staff and the mentors who take the kids to the events, and from the parents and the foster parents, it's absolutely huge. We get hundreds of thank you letters that speak to that every single month. I have so many favorite memories, but the favorite memories are the thanks that we get from the kids who go to the events and who are able to partake in the activities that Kids at Friend provides, and from the parents. And so one that stands out in particular is every year for the past 2 years, and we'll do it again this year, we sent a group of kids to ski and snowboard at Sun Peaks Resort for the weekend. That's pretty cool. Everything is paid for, their transportation, their accommodation, their equipment, their lessons, their lifts, they even get clothes. I mean, it's just amazing. And last year when we did this, a family, she's a single parent, single mom, and her young son got to go. And they're new Canadians. They haven't been in Vancouver or in Canada very long, and they've never been outside of Vancouver. They've never seen snow, and they've certainly never skied before. And so they went up to Sun Peaks for the weekend, and when she got back, she called me, and she was very emotional on the phone and extremely appreciative for the opportunity. And she didn't know who Nancy Green was, and if you know anything about Sun Peaks, you know that Nancy Green is a huge part of that resort, and she's always staying in this hotel room, and Nancy Green comes knocking on their hotel room door and says, "Come on, you're coming skiing with me." Okay, fine. So they get their gear on, and they go up the mountain, and they start skiing, and that was their first time skiing. And by that afternoon, she said her and her son could ski pretty well. Well, she goes back to the hotel room that night, and she's looking at the hotel, and they have a showcase. I've been there, so I know this. They have a showcase of Nancy Green's trophies. And she starts looking at this, and she goes, "Oh my God, my son and I were just skiing with an Olympic gold medalist," and she was blown away. So she got back and phoned me on Monday morning, and she was pretty much in tears, and she was just saying that because of this experience and skiing with Nancy Green and being able to ski with her son, she thought that she'd be able to carve out a better life for her child and become a stronger person for it. So that's one of my best memories. He said, "My kids had never seen a real basketball game before, and this was a great introduction for them. In fact, my 11-year-old son has since signed up to play ball with his elementary school as he was so inspired." So that's what we hear all the time, is that kids will go to something for the first time, and then, like figure skating, we sent kids to figure skating championships, and then they want to take figure skating. He wrote in and he said that a huge part of the day was for my boys to meet Steve Nash and the other NBA basketball players. Each of my boys was able to get autographs and meet these wonderful role models. To watch my boys be like little kids again and forget about their life problems brought much joy to them, but also for me. To see these kids smile and be kids again was priceless.